Hello, I'm Darth31, and just to make sure you realise there are spoilers, big ones for episodes 85, 86, 87, 88, and 89, especially 89 of LEGO Ninjago Masters of Spinjitzu. That episode revealed a lot. So today, in this episode, I'm going to be covering the stuff that we said about the First Spinjitzu Master, Wu, Garmadon, and the Firstbourne Dragon, so let's get into this. The first thing that was very interesting to me was the flashback dream that Wu had. Now, this is something that I think I set myself up for a lot of disappointment in this, and honestly, I didn't really truly expect it to go anywhere but this, but it's something that does annoy me, specifically in this sort of genre, that he was hailed as pretty much a god the entire time, and every perception of a god always ends up into this weird elitist speciesism, and it's something that doesn't make sense to me personally, and that's why I prefer gods that, you know, I was always expecting and hoping for something more ethereal, and the fishing boat thing does sort of detract it from me, as we understand that he isn't a god, right? He isn't a god, but he was always hyped up to be a god, if that makes sense. So it was always a bit, it's always a bit weird to see him, and also his voice was interesting. Yeah, that whole thing was very weird. And then, of course, later in the episode, after Heavy Metal revealed that the Iron Baron is indeed a bad sexist. He does not respect the peoples. And honestly, okay, I'm going to say it right now, I am getting a bit tired of this. This is something that Ninjago has actually done quite a lot, and they've never actually outright said it like this, which is interesting. But they do it all the time. I don't have a problem with it. It's just, it's getting kind of boring. She took off her mask, and I was actually surprised for once. But the thing was, because I didn't really care, to be honest with you, and just seeing something that I wasn't expecting there is, you know, but I think this is what, the 5th time they've done it. Okay, it's getting boring. Do something else. We don't need these reveals like every season now. We had one that has a time, then we had basically we had one set up from Has a Time that was ended up going along with the best one so far in Sons of Garmadon, and then we've had one in Hunted. So, and then one other was completely crushed in this one. It's very weird on this aspect, but something that honed in even more to me was the First Spinjitzu Master and the Firstbourne. There was no mention of his father, and I suppose this is where we gotta, I guess, interpret it. It made it out as if he was an Oni that befriended a dragon, but that isn't the case, because he is part Oni and part dragon. It doesn't work like that. We're in Garmadon are part Oni and dragon. There's a big, weird sort of misunderstanding, something that they haven't gone into, and also, we still do not know what the dragon hunters are. What are they? Where did they come from? Now, of course, there was a whole thing about the dragons being the only ones to cross realms, yes, but something weird is just, it's still set up as this first realm, this first important realm, yet everything going on in its side is basically just Ninjago, but Apocalypse Land. It's very, very strange. I don't know how to put this into words exactly, because the dragons, as I was saying earlier with speciesism, I guess you could say, you'd think that if he was a god, right? If they were almighty, they were this powerful thing, they wouldn't hunt, they wouldn't be like confined to the nature cycle. If you get what I mean here. So if he was the god of Ninjago, which he is actually the one that created it. But the thing is, and he created all this life. You know, they are fishing. I know a lot of people aren't going to think like that, but it's just little details like that really conflict what exactly we're supposed to take away from this character. But let's change the tone. I have 2 theories. 1, Mystake is an Oni. Now, I didn't like this to begin with, but that little rat transformation, I think it's confirmed now. And the other is that we now have seen the Oni in a more minifigure-esque form. And taking into account that Heavy Metal said they get outcasted, there is something very interesting about the Dragon Hunters that we're not being told, or at least about the Iron Baron. I have a feeling he might not be all that he appears. I wanted to keep this one short and sweet, because we have more videos tomorrow and the next day, and hopefully over the weekend I'll be able to break this down properly for you guys, but I want to get the raw opinion right now. So, that's all I got time for. See you next time.